The outcome is important. We're not doing this purely for the sake of it, but the process is perhaps even more important. The process of stopping, reflecting, thinking, discussing amongst ourselves where we are. That is how God works with us. In those moments of sharing. In this time where we say we intentionally are stopping, Lord, to hear. How then is it going to work? 3 Sundays are going to be devoted to the month of vision. Our first is today, where have we come from? Next week we have all-age worship as usual. On the 19th we then look at where are we now? What do we have in our hands as we sit? On the 26th then we ask the question, where are we headed? After every talk, I'm going to ask the congregation to complete a very short questionnaire. It's important to get your feedback. This isn't a request to write a long essay. Short questions, a couple of minutes, we just spend reflectively with God as a congregation. And as I said earlier, if you miss a talk, they're going to be videotaped. They will be uploaded onto the website. There will be a written version. There's one at the back for today already. Please do go to the site and watch it, read the written version, and complete the questionnaires. But very importantly, this is intended as a process of listening. I can't say it enough. I am providing a framework for us. It's not about my vision or Nick's vision, or PCC's or the church wardens or whoever. It is about our vision. And that means we're going to have to ask ourselves about our own agendas for the parish and start to say, what is it that God is calling us to? We know when we're getting it right, if we've got something that's life-giving, focused, practical, and relevant to us. It speaks to us, it energizes us. And lastly, this is meant to be a living vision. It's not something we're going to write on a poster with some dolphins jumping in the air and stick at the back of the church. It's a living vision that we will need to revisit every year. We won't do it in as much detail as we're doing it now, but we need to say, do we need to broaden our horizons? Do we need to narrow our focus? What's worked? What hasn't? What have we achieved? What have we learned? Right. Where have we come from? It's difficult when you come to a parish's history because it's easy to taint it with your own prejudices and nostalgia. So I think the best place to start is a timeline, which is again a bit of a complex thing because it can be as short or as long as you'd like it to be. But drawing on Ken Bryant's work and some other records, I've created this milestones. The first is, of course, 1905. The church is consecrated on Saints' Day. 1 November, that's the 143rd anniversary of Spencer Percival's birth. His daughter, Frederica, leaves the money for the church to be built in his memory. He is Britain's first, and so far only, assassinated Prime Minister. In 1917, records show that there were 325 communicants on Easter morning. In 1930, there was a year of major musical, choral, and orchestral events, one conducted by the famous Gustav Holst. In 1953, the parish becomes independent from St Mary's in Ealing. The parish was initially built as a chapel of ease, a place for overflow work, to put it in more prosaic terms, for St Mary's Ealing. In 1958, the parish hall is officially opened. In 1960, records show a flourishing church youth club and Sunday school. In 1994, the first pantomime between the two parishes of All Saints and St Martin's is staged. In 1991, of course, the parish becomes part of plurality. And then in 2005, we celebrate the centenary.